Okay, hook leash. Cyst cord, I like the 221 pound, number 6. For the big screw eyes, the .92. If you're using the smaller stuff, you can go to the size smaller, it's like 100 and something pounds. The nice thing is it takes the torque off, so even if the bait has those smaller eyes, they won't get twisted out on a big fish, like you typically see with split rings. Basically, the bottom line is this stuff takes away any torque and leverage of the fish. So when that fish rolls, twist, if it's a giant largie or even a 12-pound striper, they can pull those twist and pull those split rings like nothing. Something's got to give. The hook, the eye, the split ring, something's given when they twist. This takes all that torque away, keeps them pinned. So I used the 328 pound, but I found it's a little thick. It's a little bit overkill. 221 pounds, been working really well. I believe this is what I had on when I caught that 44-pound striped bass. It's been working well. So what you're gonna do first, you're gonna cut off about 12 inches or so. You're gonna waste a little bit, but that's kind of part of the deal to get it tied. So this is the most simplest version of a hook leash that I've found. So I kind of researched a bunch of different ones, looked at several other guys, what they're doing. And I want it to be simple so that I can tie it on the water and not have to deal with taking forever and needing tools and so forth. All you need is super glue, scissors, leash. That's about it. The hook of choice. So I'm gonna take this bait and I'm gonna run one through this way and I'm gonna run one through the other way. So they're crisscrossing. Get the hook orientated which way you want. If you want 2 points forward or 1 point forward. For this one, I'm gonna go 1 point forward. So you can see the line crisscrosses through the hook. I got 1 point forward. And you can control how long you want this to hang. So for me, for this situation, if I'm fishing stripers, I like it a little bit longer so they get a little bit more twist. I'm gonna go about ½ inch, roughly. I'm actually gonna go a little shorter than what it's gonna be. So I've got the line going each way now. I'm gonna take the line and just cross it over itself and just half hitch it. And pull it tight. So now you notice I shrunk up a little bit, so now I'm gonna pull tight this way. Not gonna go crazy yet. Okay, so I did overhand. The next one, I'm gonna switch directions. Do the same thing, another half hitch. So each half hitch, switch directions, pull it tight. So now I got 2 half hitches. So now when I pull on the hook, it's actually gonna tighten into the half hitch itself. So make sure before I get crazy that I got enough length that I want so I can get some good rotation. Then I'm just gonna keep half hitching. So that's 2 half hitches. I'm gonna do 6 total. There's 3. Switch directions for the next one. There's 4. Switch directions back again. There's 5. Switch directions back again. There's number 6. Sometimes I mess up and forget which way I hitched it, but you want to try to alternate, and it makes it nice and smooth. So it looks like I might have been off on one here. So now I'm going to take this thing, I'm going to pull tight on the hook, get this thing locked up on the bottom half, and then I'm going to take the top. This is why you got to use a lot of line here. When I'm going to pull tight from the top half. You feel the knot, you feel it's nice and tight throughout the whole knot now. A little bit more. And sometimes I'll even take the hook, twist it just to get a little extra leverage. Get the knot nice and tight. So now you notice I've got the tag on the back. I like it this way so that it's all aerodynamic and streamlined. If it's in the front, it starts switching sides. This way it's always back behind the hook. Now the key to make this knot stick is gonna be the super glue. I'm gonna dab the crap out of this knot with super glue here. So starting about the middle of it, a little dab here, or not, here we go. Some super glue, dab it up. I'm gonna switch sides and get the back side here. I like the thinner super glue so it soaks in a little bit as opposed to using like a gel. Get the top really good. Let it soak in. And I take my little rag so that I don't get my fingers all nasty. And I just grab this guy. You can kind of pull the hook tight now. Kind Gonna soak in all that glue, clean off the excess, and then I'm gonna pull tight again on both ends. Sink it in, nice and good. Make sure it's hitched down good. Now the knot should be hard, it shouldn't move. There's a couple soft spots, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. And I'm basically wearing out the hooks before I ever wear out this cord. I haven't had any issues with the cord fraying or failing, anything like that. One more little drop on the top here. And just kind of squeeze it in. I'm gonna trim. I'll pull tight one more time just to make sure. Snugged up. Trim the line nice and close to the knot. Both sides. One more time I'm going to dab up those ends. Make sure it won't come undone. And I mean, I'm taking a little extra effort. If I was out on the water, I would not worry so much about being perfect, just to get back out and get the bait on the water again if I had a messed up hook or dull hook. And there you have it. The other thing that I do like to do is take one more dab of glue and just dab the hitch one more time, and then I'll actually take it, pull the hook tight, and then stick that sucker to the bait. And eventually it comes off usually, but it doesn't stick perfectly if you got a good clear coat like the stuff that I use on my baits, but I like it to stick on there a little bit and just stay out of the way. It's not going to stick. But anyways. You get the idea. There it is. Hook hangs. Can twist 1, 2, third turn right now it's starting to lock up, so that's 3 turns. So the longer you make it, the more turns you get out of it, and then the more broken in it gets too, the more turns you get out of it as well. But that's it. That's the hook leash right there. That's my way I do it. Other ways, but this is the easiest that I've found. Good luck, man.